we just need 4 lights. Okay, cool. So then you, as a producer, you find out how much those lights would cost, those 4 lights that you need. And then you multiply that for the 2 days you're going to be filming. So, so stuff like that. So you start talking to the department heads, getting them involved and asking them what things they're going to need for their department. Because you're a producer, but the cinematographer is going to know more about lights and cameras than you. So you have to bring them in so they can better assess the situation, and you're going to have a better, more complete budget. Jose Luis, so it is necessary to include the ages of the characters, because that way you're going to, once you get to casting and getting audiciones, casting, I don't know, then you're going to know which ages you're going to be looking for. So you need let's see here. We need I think it was, so we need a man who's 27. We need a 40-year-old man and a 50-year-old man. So it makes a difference, because if it was like a kid, like an 18-year-old kid, you need to get like a kid that's 18 years old or looks 18 years old versus a 50-year-old person. So all those things, they're gonna influence your budget too. Yeah, because like if you get like an older actor, maybe he's gonna charge you, but if you get like an 18-year-old actor who's starting out, they won't charge you. So those are little things you need to know for the budget. Let's see what else.
Yo tengo una pregunta.
Sí.
Bueno, la voy a decir en español.
No
es necesario, por decir, en el guión, agregar los tiempos en que se va a realizar cada escena, por decir, esta se ve que es un poquito larga, entonces no sería como necesario agregar cuánto tiempo va a durar.
Ok. No es necesario porque, sorry, in English. It's not necessary because there's like a unwritten law that 1 page in a script equals 1 minute that you're gonna of the film. So this page equals 1 minute of the film. So in theory, that always changes. That's not always. It's not always like that. But you don't need to put that's gonna be a minute or 2 minutes. That's kind of if you have a 12-page script, then the thing is that it's gonna be a 12-minute film. So like a minute in the script is a minute in the
Okay.
in the film.
Thank you.
But maybe once you get into the production, maybe that could help, but that would be more like a technical thing on the day that you're shooting. If you want to do like a, I don't know, like a complicated shot, like a 5-minute take that goes in and goes back and we see everybody, like a complicated shot, then that's something you don't have to put on the script, but that's something you as a producer or director should know. This is gonna be like a minute-long take, because that's gonna, yeah, it's gonna help you out when you get to editing. But it's not necessary to put it in the script. Sorry, I talk too much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then what else? Really quick. Oh, 46 minutes. So yeah, if you're gonna do stunts, let's say this page has 2 stunts. So ideally, if you just have like a paragraph of a stunt, it's just 1 line. In theory, it shouldn't take too long, but it's always good to put extra time because it's a stunt and it's potentially dangerous, and you don't want to put anybody in danger for a movie. You know, you don't want that, because there have been like horror stories in Hollywood that people die because they want to get the shot There was a famous story. There was this girl. They were filming in like a train, and the train came in and it ran her over because they wanted to get the shot. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. So practice those stunts. Safety first. And also, when you're doing the breakdown, there's a lot of apps you can find online that's gonna, you know, help you out with that. Celtics is one. There's also Movie Magic Budgeter. No, I don't know, but that one's like pricey. But there's like apps for free you can find. And then it's super easy once you get the app, because if you say you see the paño, you just mark a paño and you put it to prop, and then it's gonna give you like a breakdown of all the props you're gonna need, or you know. So there's ways to do it easy and cheap. You just have to look for them. Or feel free to send me an email. I can send I'll write my email in the chat, and feel free to send me an email. Yeah, and ask me more questions. Jose Luis, yes, it's the same structure in English as it is in Spanish. Same thing. I've even seen in some Spanish scripts that they use English words like fade out or stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, it's the same format. So yes. So another thing, everything we've talked about up to now, it's just in the pre-production. We still haven't even started filming. So once you get the money, once you get the crew, once you get the locations, once you get the actors, once you get all that good stuff rolling, then you start your production. You have those 2 days of production, right? That we decided at the beginning. Just 2 days. That's what we had the budget for. So keep in mind that we still have to go to production. So you should have extra money on just like budgeted in case of emergency. Remember the story I told you about the car? It just like died in front of the house. Like, I think it was at the beginning of the day. Imagine that we couldn't get that car out because we didn't budget money for, you know, for that. So we have a car that's right in the middle. It's at the entrance of our location. So like it's gonna screw up that shot, possibly like other shots. So it's better safe than sorry. So have budget for extra budget just in case for emergencies. Something that's super important is that you should always keep your crew fed. Siempre denle comida. Los días de filmación usualmente son 12 a 14 horas. That's like the standard. There's no 8-hour days in film. The days are like 12 hours and more. If you get like a 10-hour day, it's, you know, party. That never happens. So you're gonna be like 12 plus hours on set. So it's important to keep your crew fed, hydrated. Give them coffee because they're gonna need it. But you just have good food, good crafty, good munchies. I don't know how you say crafty in Spanish. Crafty. I don't know. That's in Puerto Rican. Crafty. So yeah, just have that in mind. So you should have a budget. And how you do that? So you're gonna know you have 2 days that you're gonna be shooting, right? So you need to get food for 2 days. You're gonna have, let's say you have 10 crew members and 4 actors. So that's 14 people, right? So you have to feed 14 people for 2 days. So when you get an estimate of how much money it's gonna cost, you tell them, oh, we need to feed 15 people, say 15 or 20 people. Always have more food if possible. We need 20 people for 2 days. And they're gonna say, oh, $200 per day. Okay, so $200 per day. So your food is gonna be $400.